Welcome back to More of the People. I'm your host, Marcellus. Okay, so Daniel Kingery was removed from his spot at 820 Vermont Avenue Northwest. It happened. You may see some social media posts about it, but look, this is what I'm going to do. I have a lot of footage. I have footage that I recorded, like my reaction and people's reaction, and then I have a tripod cam that I set up, and I have him mic'd. So I have him mic'd through the entire interaction. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give the entire raw video footage now, and then I'll upload a proper interview later. Yeah, without further ado. Daniel, make sure like it's kind of out so you can hear what's going on. So like, where is it? Can I see it?
It's
Like maybe
it's just under his shirt or whatever. It's right at the top.
Okay. Maybe hide it, but like put it like right under.
Yeah, that's so. So it should be picking up as long as it's on.
Yeah. This one.
Oops.
You know, Mr. Kingery.
Just a second here. Okay. I'll get that done. Oh, damn it. Okay. And you are?
My name is Bill.
Okay. And you are?
How are you doing? My name is Yolanda.
And I'm assuming you're here for the move.
We just came to talk to you.
Okay. What part of the Constitution authorizes this conversation?
We are not from the legal part.
What's that?
We are not from the legal part.
You got to speak up, the noise.
Okay, we are not from the legal part, and I believe that you need to be recorded, and you need to talk with the people moving you, because we are not here to move you.
You're here for what purpose? You got to speak up. I can hardly hear with the noise.
We just came to talk to you, just ask you some questions.
Like what?
Well, we're in the community response team. We came to talk to you face to face, see how you're doing today.
For what purpose are you here?
For your well-being.
For your mental health.
What purpose are you here?
For your mental health.
Bullshit. What purpose are you here? What government office do you work for? Okay. What part of the Constitution authorizes you to interfere with my life and ask me mental health questions?
That's what
What part of the Constitution is this? You cannot cite what part of the Constitution authorizes this? And you shake your heads like I'm fucking crazy? All you have to do is show me what part of the Constitution authorizes your activity, and I'll move freely. I would have been gone already. Ready? Oh, yes, and for the record, this is all my private property, my effects, if you will, according to Amendment 4. You are required to catalog them. Everything. And whoever is responsible for throwing it in the garbage, you will be held personally responsible for everything that I do not get back. The Constitution does not protect armed robbery and kidnapping. Because if you cannot show me what part of the Constitution that you're enforcing, it does not protect you. There is no immunity. You can't even show me in the Constitution where it protects you. What? You didn't help either.
They're trying to move. Are they going to grant you some more time? I talked to them. They said they were going to ask her. Did she talk to you yet?
Who?
Main lady.
Which main lady? You talking about the police officer? They haven't been here yet.
Yes, lady. They said they're going to. All you need to do is go in and tell them.
He's got his glasses and hat on so nobody can see who he is.
We're trying to get you some more time. You got to come up with a reasonable number, like 2 weeks.
All I'm asking is that they tell me exactly what part of the Constitution authorizes their activity, the law they're enforcing. And I'll move immediately.
Just have to tell me you need 2 more weeks or something.
Nope. They tell me what part of the Constitution that they're enforcing, what law that is made in pursuant of the Constitution, and I'll move immediately. That's all they got to do. One simple task. Article 6, the second paragraph.
Possibly push in through a homestead thing if you were selling something out here that you were paying.
I'm not selling anything out here. I'm not homesteading here. I don't have a domicile here according to their definitions. No, a domicile is when you leave the area and expect to come back. I don't leave the fucking area. Big difference. The woman in the tent there left the area and came back. That is a domicile. She even had it tattooed all over her tent. But she left. So what is here has nothing to do with what they're here to remove. This is protected by Amendments 9 and 1.
He said no.
What's that?
No more extra time. They're not going to grant any more extra time, so they're here to move. You want me to help you move? You still have the option to get this baby rolling. Just saying. You got me
See,
here.
first of all, you don't negotiate with me or for me.
Well, they're here to
See, if they want to tell me something and that sort of stuff, that's fine.
Yeah. Well, I'm just, I'm here to help. It's, I got a little more pull than you think, or than you may know.
What pull?
I got a little pull.
No, you don't. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been here in the first place.
Well, I mean, there's certain things through the city.
What's that?
There's certain things in the city where, they're doing a big push to clean up. Like, you see her list. She's got like 24 people on her list. And you would have been fine had you not been for that much.
So she's gone, so why am I not fine now?
Well,
with that pull you got. See, the D.C. police and the mayor is all right with D.C. police officers polluting the streets, spitting sunflower seeds into great big piles and not cleaning them up. Check the video on TikTok. What's that? You're putting words in my mouth and they taste like shit. I didn't say I didn't want to move. The whole idea is this is on wheels so that it will move when I get done fucking building it. I'm occupying public space. I'm not interfering with any traffic. I don't assault people. I don't get up in their face. That's exactly why I'm not, because they don't have a constitutional authority. I asked them what part of the Constitution authorizes the law they're enforcing, and then get back to me. And then get back to me. With all the pull you say you've got, you ought to be able to tell. I said, what part of the Constitution authorizes the law they're enforcing? It don't give a shit whether they passed the law. It doesn't matter. The city is bound by the Constitution.
The reason why they're bound is because they do operations and vote for it. The council voted on it, and the council came up
The
with
council cannot, hold on, the council cannot pass any law that violates the Constitution just because they voted on it.
If you look at the amount of time that they gave you according to the old time, it used to be 72 hours. Not
What?
3.
Let me see your government ID. Let me see your government ID. Then you're talking bullshit and you don't know what you're talking about.
I go to the fucking council meetings.
Then ask them what part of the Constitution is. Shut the fuck up and listen. Shut the fuck up and get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. God damn. You can't even listen.
I'm trying to get you to move. That's all they're trying to do.
That's exactly why I'm not, because they cannot show me where in the Constitution that authorizes them to force me to move. That doesn't give them shit. They get their power from the Constitution, not from the unconstitutional laws they pass. When the people of this country realize that and are able to finally determine what laws violate the Constitution, Article 6 talks about the supreme law of the land. This Constitution and the laws made in pursuance thereof. I doubt they're moving off. Just repositioning. Just waiting for everybody to go away thinking it's done, and then they'll come back. So what we have here is a lawyer, reporters, other reporters and various people in the law as assistants and such, and not a goddamn one of them follows the Constitution. Not even my lawyer. And he's the one over there shrugging his shoulders. See, they go by the unconstitutional rules that basically prohibits lawyers from using the Constitution in the courtroom to defend their clients. Although he is trying to get an appeal through to help force the courts to require jury trials in any criminal prosecution. For that, I give him credit. But the fact that lawyers in general do not use the Constitution to defend their clients, and then the people, like the guy that was here in front of me just a little bit ago, thinks that just because the government passes a law that somehow that gives them the authority to enforce it without constitutional authority. It doesn't. And every United States American should be standing up against the unconstitutional activity of government. If you don't want to live under the tyranny and despotism we're living under, King George III rule, oh yeah, that sounds crazy, doesn't it? But when they predate precedent to prior to 1776, King George III era for denying petty cases of jury trial, and then British common law for doing what they say. And you wonder why we have the government, and you wonder why we have a 34 count, I think it is, felon, convicted felon in the White House. It gets worse from here. Theoretically, I should be helping that person over there protect their rights. But that person was over here establishing a domicile, and that's what she tried to do over there across the street. Domiciles are where you try to establish yourself as a permanent resident. I am not doing that. I am establishing myself, or have established myself for the past year and month or so now, as a 24-hour-a-day protester, 7 days a week, 365 or 6 days, depending on leap year. I haven't found anybody to relieve me yet that knows enough about the Declaration and the Constitution to adequately present a position to inform and educate the population. Several people have volunteered to sit in for me while I go off and do things. But they can't answer the simple questions, and they can't redirect people who say unconstitutionally, or say things about the Constitution or the Declaration that aren't there. So until I find someone who is constitutionally and declarationally literate and understand how these are supposed to work together, I will be here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, until they decide they're going to arrest me away from this spot. And then I have no idea where I'll be or for how long, because our constitutional violating government, our treason, tyranny, despotism government, tends to hold people in jails and prisons to try to compel plea bargains out of them. Yes, compel. That is exactly what plea bargains do. Offer you a more lenient sentence instead of the maximum if you go to trial. A plea bargain and a jury trial should yield the exact same sentence, period. Otherwise, it's called compelling a person to be a witness against themselves and violating Amendment 5.
Okay, so what are you thinking right now?
I think they're thinking what they're trying to figure out what to do. Because obviously they can't load this up in the back of that Packer truck. I mean, they can rip stuff out of it and throw that stuff in there, but this thing is made out of, 1/8 or 3/16 angle iron and 3/4 inch plywood.
Yeah.
And it's weighs over 1,000 pounds, I'm guessing. They can try to take certain parts of it and everything else, and after they rip me off of it and start emptying it out and throwing stuff away, $3,000+ worth of tools that I had to buy twice because Park Police kept some of them. So, but I think they're going to be back over here and try to arrest me off of here, violating the Constitution, Amendment 9, which protects my right to occupy public space. Those rights that are not listed in the Constitution. It includes a lot of territory. People have been occupying public space for a long time before our government existed and before those laws were passed, which means they are rights retained under Amendment 9. The government has been tyrannical and despotic simply by passing, what do they call it, expedient laws to prohibit things that they don't like. They have the Amendment 5 process, or the Article 5 process, to amend the Constitution to authorize them to get the powers to do this stuff. But they haven't. Then Amendment 1 with a protest that petitioned the government for redress of grievance. The freedom of speech protected by Amendment 1. Nothing in the Constitution authorizes city, county, state, or federal officials to infringe upon that right, especially in public space, especially when I'm not blocking traffic in any way, shape, or form. Those are the thoughts kind of going through my mind.
Somebody said, I'm sorry for you all. Stay safe and encouraged.
Yeah, right. Tell that to the police, because everything that I do will be based on their actions. They're going to make it everything they do based on my actions. But the government came up in the, what do they call that? The duel, slapping the person's face, challenging them to a duel. In this case, they're saying they're enforcing the laws from the mayor. So the mayor literally challenged me to a duel, and I am accepting, officially, the weapon of choice, because as the challenger, I get to choose the weapon. The weapons of choice is the Declaration and the Constitution of the United States of America. Show me where in the Constitution it authorizes you to even pass the law, let alone enforce it. That's all I ask. It's a simple task for anyone who knows the Constitution. Hey, you guys want to pass the word to your mayor that I accepted her duel? The location right here, right now. Tell her to bring a copy of the Constitution, because that's the weapon of choice. When you guys approach me, make sure you know exactly what part of the Constitution authorizes the law that you're enforcing. Article 6 of the U.S. Constitution demands it. If you can show me that, because I know it's not there, but if you can show me that, because I might have missed something, then I will move freely. I would have been gone. Your job is to do what the Constitution allows the government, and you're supposed to know the difference. That is, if you're a United States American, because your job is not to obey unconstitutional orders. You got that? Otherwise, you can go serve Adolf Hitler, because the people he had working for him absolutely knew nothing about protecting their citizens' rights. They claimed they were just doing their fucking job. How does it feel to be working for a 34-count felon that has been convicted?
Appreciate it.
It was from the
Oh, yes. There's another lawyer that doesn't know anything about the Constitution. That would be the guy in the middle. The fact that they would have been just happy if I moved off is evidence that I am not violating any constitutionally enforceable law. Oh yeah, as long as that camera, I assume it's still going. Take a look at our 3 diseases, national diseases. POTUS, COTUS, and SCOTUS are national diseases violating the Constitution in all 3 branches, all levels of government. I take it the one is still rolling?
I got that joint rolling, and I've got the live going. I'm doing my jokes, I'm doing my commentary, and asking questions. Them people, they wouldn't answer the question. I'm like, what do y'all think about the situation? They're like, what situation do you mean? Like, what the fuck? I'm talking about this shit right now. Everybody's looking at it. Like,
They're not just ignorant about this situation. They're just plain ignorant. They have no clue.
It's called ignorant with an F. It's ignorant.
They have no clue about the Constitution. They swore an oath to it, and it's. I don't know.
This is so fucked up, but it's just a situation that's so silly. Why these people?
Snafu, situation normal, all fucked up.
Oh. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. They are removing a homeless man while the farmer's market goes on across the street. This is America.
I'm certain they probably forgot all about the farmers market coming in, and I wasn't going to remind them.
Yeah, and look at this man being displaced. Meanwhile, here's $5 oranges. You know? That's crazy.
No.
There's somebody said you laughing, but they are working. Listen, I understand what they're doing, but it's like he's saying, it's unconstitutional. Like, you can't. Are you just gonna follow orders that are incorrect?
That's how it got us to this part. My ignorance when I was in the military is what got us this far. I did nothing to stop the legislators who passed unconstitutional laws. The police officers who enforced them were the judges who sentenced people to prison for violating unconstitutional laws. I did nothing. So I am part of the problem, or I was part of the problem. I at least knew that I didn't know, so I started studying the Declaration and the Constitution. Now I know, and now I can't remain silent when they're doing this. So, anyway. There's no police line here yet.
So, they're here for you?
I guess.
Is that you?
Yeah.
Police here doing anything?
Not yet. I'm sure they're weighing the polls from the social media and everything else because I'm being streamed live on TikTok and such. The guy with the camera back there. And I make a few posts and stuff and post it on TikTok and whatnot. And got a couple of lawyers here supposedly on my side, but they don't know or do anything about the Constitution.
Yeah,
And,
when it gets down to municipal, city ordinances, whatever we're talking
but the city ordinance has to be made pursuant to the U.S. Constitution as well, especially since it's under Congress. Congress has no authority over residential or commercial activity in D.C., only over the seat of government, which does not include residents and businesses. So, what do you guys think?
At least it's not going to happen in the dead of night when nobody's around.
Well, the dead of night isn't here yet. It's exactly what happened over there in McPherson.
Are you planning the same response as you had over there?
No. I'm planning to step it up. Unless, of course, they gas me and put me to sleep before they come in. That wouldn't surprise me either. But anyway,
Well,
make sure you keep them clear of the diseases. SCOTUS, POTUS, and... So, you guys having fun? Excellent.
a couple last shots of me here. I don't want them to be around for future.
That's all right. Maybe they need to witness it.
Well, she's probably old enough.
What's that?
Adelaide's probably old enough, but we're going to hang around for a bit.
All right. You guys should have had enough time to read the entire Constitution by now. Have you found out the place where it authorizes the law you're about to enforce? Like I said, if you need a place to charge that up and everything else, I gotta.
I gotta charge this right here.
Okay. No telling how long this is gonna go.
Yeah, for real. That's my thing.
You want to put one on a charger?
Not yet.
Okay. You don't suppose they'll get our famous president or our infamous president to come down here and defend a protester's right to occupy public space? To protest the evils of our government? The unconstitutional acts of our government? Maybe the mayor will come down and help protect the First Amendment, do you think? Not even a nod of the head. They'll probably stick around and wait till the farmer's market's over before they do anything. If a dream that's slowly coming back to memory I had over 20 years ago is true. What's that? Well, the fragments of a dream from a long time ago are starting to fall into place, but anything can change. Dreams are not set in stone. Deja vu stuff is not set in stone. Any simple decision on one part or the other can change things for the better or the worse. What's that?
How do you know the guy lied?
Just before that tent popped up over here the first time. Yeah, he just happened to be by, and we started conversating and everything else, and he asked me, you mind if I record? So he recorded, I guess, better than an hour's worth of stuff, and then started posting clips of it on TikTok. And I guess the first thing he posted hit 77,000 hits within less than a week, and then now it's, I don't know how close to 100,000 it is, but then he came back for another hour or so conversation and posted it. And he says that everything he's doing about this particular situation is hitting more hits than him doing his comedy. And so he said now he's become a journalist. So, what's that?
We need more journalists.
Yeah. So he's taken the time to come out and spread the word and that sort of stuff. And it would be nice if there were more actual investigative journalists, but I haven't really found very many that are willing to push the biggest story in our nation's history. And that would be, does every registered voter vote? What's that?
I feel like they probably don't.
See, that's unfortunately what we're taught to believe, which is what allows these jerks off to get in office. Because if we can believe that a registered voter who does not submit a ballot has not in fact voted when they have, then we can discard them and then work with a new total.
Okay, well, over here I gotta go back.
Okay? Hold on a second. I thought the one guy with the hat and glasses was the other guy. They almost look like damn twins.
Maintain what I gotta keep going.
Hey, Sergeant, happen to know what part of the Constitution authorizes the particular law you're enforcing? Get a sergeant over there somewhere. Yeah, maybe you can see him. I'll bet you not even the sergeant knows what part of the Constitution of the law he's enforcing. He probably doesn't even know the Constitution. Let's see, maybe I can get that out and read it for the people. Just so you know I'm not making shit up.
Got some combos with some people. You know, some people, of course, the police don't answer questions like Scientologists. And, you know, some people, I don't know, some people, I don't think a lot of people read the Constitution the way that you do. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you're
What do you mean
wrong.
read the Constitution like I do? I don't think anybody actually reads the Constitution. They just repeat the bullshit that they're told to repeat. The Constitution, Article 6, the second paragraph. This Constitution and the laws of the United States which shall be made in pursuance thereof. And I stress only the laws which are made in pursuance thereof. And the treaties made or which shall be made under the authority of the United States shall be the supreme law of the land. Every city, county, state, and federal level of government and branch swears an oath to the same Constitution. And if you think this just applies to the United States government level, the national level, a city law is one of the laws of the United States that apply to that city jurisdiction. But they're all bound by the Constitution. It says the senators and representatives before mentioned and the members of the several state legislatures and all executive and judicial officers, both of the United States and of the several states, are bound by oath or affirmation to support this Constitution. Then it goes about no religious test. Basically, every person in government, especially elected, and the Supreme Court, which is appointed or confirmed by the elected officials, They all swear an oath to the U.S. Constitution, but they act as though they have never taken the time to read it based on what it meant at the time it was signed. Why at the time it was signed? Because the declaration is a unanimous declaration, which means all of the states in the Union at any given time can ratify or can amend the unanimous declaration. It's still enforceable today. And the Constitution has Article 5 to update any definitions that our government officials think need to be updated. Simply because they pass laws to theoretically update the Constitution, they're not enforceable because they did not go through the Article 5 process. So I am trying to hold them accountable finally for their actions and hold them personally accountable because they stepped outside of the protection of the Constitution, which means their actions today, if they continue with this, makes them personally liable for kidnapping, should they decide to arrest me, and or armed robbery.
Is this yours?
Yes, sir?
It's pretty cool. What is it?
What's your reason for asking?
Because I like it. Is it like a gear reduction system, or is it actually?
Well, you're pretty much on. So what's the part of the Constitution that authorizes the particular law that's being enforced here? Article 6 demands it.
You just can't camp on public space.
What part of the Constitution authorizes the law?
The Constitution and the DC law.
That's right. The DC law falls under the Constitution of the United States of America.
Yeah,
I am asking, what's that?
That doesn't encompass everything.
Of course it does.
No.
My right to be here is protected under Amendment 9 and Amendment 1. Camping and sleeping are laws protected by Amendment 9. Protesting, demonstrating, petitioning the government for redress, freedom of speech are all protected by Amendment 1, and I'm on public grounds. And I'm not interfering with traffic. I haven't been interfering with anything for a year that I've been here. So, like I've told the other officers, you show me exactly where in the Constitution it authorizes your activity to enforce that law and I'll freely move. I would have been gone from here if you could have done that a month ago. Damn it, I didn't turn that on. Hope somebody got that. Make sure you're all recording because mine keeps shutting off.
Listen, like, the world is seeing you. I'm not, I just don't want you to get hurt.
That's up to them. My oath to the nation is at the end of the Declaration.
I know the nation's pledge. You said
That's right.
life,
No, fortune and honor.
fortune, and honor.
Yep. They're about to take what's left of my fortune if they go through with this. They've already tried damaging my reputation by accusing me of laws that violate the Constitution. The only thing left is what you're seeing. And that is up to them.
But I'm saying, like, like the world is seeing. You know what I'm saying? Like now, like you're starting to have a platform that everybody is gonna see.
Yeah.
So like you can take this and I just want you to, what I'm saying? It's a profile.
Seeing is one thing. What they do after seeing remains to be seen. Simply because people see it, and if they go ahead and say, well, that was entertaining for a few hours, and then do fucking nothing, we're still in the same boat. And I don't need to be stuck back in the same boat. So what people do after this is up to them. I'll do what I can as long as I can. Oh yeah, and Sergeant, make sure you tell the mayor I accepted her challenge to a duel. Since I'm the challenge person, according to the rules of dueling, I get to choose the weapons of choice and the location. That location is here and now, and the weapons of choice are the Declaration and the Constitution. If she wins, I'll move on freely. If I win, she resigns, along with the city council, and we hold a real election. Do you think the mayor has the balls enough? Or, well, in this case, maybe guts enough? Well, it's hard telling, who knows? She could have both. There are some women I've seen that have plenty of intestinal fortitude to stand up against a bunch of stuff. But is the mayor one of them? Because I know a lot of the male police officers and a lot of the men in government don't have balls for anything. You would think if she's a Democrat and Trump's a Republican, she would not be doing what Trump wants her to do in the first place. Which is additional proof that the Republican Party and the Democratic Party are literally the same political party. They have never split ways. So Trump is a Democrat and the mayor is a Republican. It doesn't matter. They're doing the same thing. So what the people can do is they can start a recall election and recall the mayor and or the president. And they can decide where they want to put me. Unless they just want to leave me in jail when this is all over and done with. All of it's fine because I tend to be freer in jail. At least I know I'm behind bars. Here, I'm behind bars only to the point where they allow me to move about. I think they're trying to figure out how to shut down all the electronic signals in the area.
Well, hit us with a big ass EMP. Get rid of the publicity.
Well, if they can shut it down, when they figure out how to shut everything down, then they can move in. Obviously, conspiratorially thinking. Like I said, all you have to do is identify exactly what part of the Constitution authorizes the particular laws or parts thereof that you are enforcing, and I would have been gone as soon as they posted the fucking sign. But the guy who posted it couldn't tell me. And you guys so far haven't told me. Just point the specific part of the Constitution that authorizes the law. And I will have been gone. It's that simple. But as long as you insist on violating the Constitution, I will have to put down your insurrection and rebellion against the Constitution as best I can alone. Which means you're probably going to draw blood. Well, you probably won't draw your blood, but mine. Just prove by the Constitution. You're supposed to know it. You swore an oath to it. Bring the mayor down. She's supposed to know more about it. And it's all my personal property, so you have to take it into, what do they call it, impound? And keep an exact record of everything you take. Because anything that's missing, you become personally liable for. And I don't leave the area. That is sitting there for when I get ready to work on it. And it's not out of my reach.
What's out of your reach?
Nothing. It's all within my reach.
Do you have any weapons on you?
What's that?
Do you have any weapons?
It wouldn't matter if I had the A-bomb on me. In my possession, they would not be weapons. Now, yours are weapons. When you look at the definition for arms, it's a weapon of offense or armor of defense. I don't intend to be offensive. I do intend to be fully defensive. The fact that you asked the question and the way you had presented it as offensive as do I have any weapons, it means you are constitutionally illiterate.
Listen, this is where we're at. They need to clean this stuff out because you didn't move it. So I'll give you an opportunity to start moving all this stuff from this place. But in the next 10 minutes, we're going to detain you so that you then cannot stop them from doing what they need to do because you've made no movement towards cleaning this up and moving it out. So I'm just being real with you. These are the facts of what's happening.
See, you haven't been listening.
Okay.
Because if you had been listening, you would present to me exactly where in the Constitution the law that you're enforcing.
I don't have to.
Yes, you do. Article 6 of the U.S. Constitution. Every law is supposed to be made in pursuance thereof. If you cannot present that evidence to me, you're going to be required to do it in court, and you'll be held personally responsible for everything that's lost or destroyed or damaged. Check to see how that works. You might want to check with your lawyer because you have stepped outside the protection of the Constitution at this very moment, which means I can treat you as an armed robber or kidnapper to protect and defend myself. Once again, another ignorant, constitutionally illiterate police officer just doing what they're frickin' told simply because there's a law in the book.
Hold on a second. I thought the one guy with the hat and glasses was the other guy. They will.
Howdy. You all have heard me repeatedly request that they show me exactly where in the Constitution it authorizes their authority. I have shown them where in the Constitution it authorizes my activity, and I'll tell you where exactly in the Declaration it authorizes my activity as a right and a duty. It says, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men deriving their just power from the consent of the governed, that whenever, not if, but when governments become destructive of these ends, it is our right, it is our duty to throw off such government." At the previous to that, it's to alter or to abolish, but that hasn't been working. To throw off that form of government and institute a new government. We're about 250 years past time to do that again. It's up to y'all, all of y'all, how this eventually ends. My oath, as it stands, is right now, is at the end of the Declaration, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence. We mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. That is a United States American.
All you have to do is identify exactly what part of the
Remember, as you load it into whatever vehicle you're going to haul it off with, you have to have a detailed inventory of my property.
Hey guys, just so you know, in the next like 30 seconds, I'm gonna make a perimeter around here. There's only two places. Psychiatric Institute. Yeah, I'm actually busy. So, I'm not going to try to we're going to keep eyes on it. We're going to have marketing picking up stuff, dragging up the air.
Sergeant number 2, I keep telling the other people that I move freely as long as you can show me exactly where in the Constitution it authorizes the law you're enforcing. Your oath to the Constitution demands that you actually know that information.
That's all that I yeah, but I would have said
I mean, it's life. I got a lot of
what there isn't. There isn't.
Yes or no? Yes, sir. Well, a team of liars.
All you have to do is be familiar with the Constitution you swore an oath to. And none of this would have been happening. Your ignorance of the supreme law of the land is no excuse for violating it. I am holding everyone personally responsible. Make sure you get the names and badge numbers of everyone in this vicinity, including the names of the truck operators and everybody else, because they are part of it. You better have a warrant for it, officer. Otherwise, it's called armed robbery because you're armed and you don't have a warrant. You don't have probable cause and an actual crime has been committed. Otherwise, you would have clearly articulated what part of the United States Constitution gives you the authority to enforce the law you're enforcing.
Okay, sir. So this is where we're at. My officers are going to start taking your property.
No, they're not.
Moving it over there.
No, they're not.
If you try to attack us.
I'm not going to attack you. I'm going to keep possession of my property.
Well, you can't do it through force now.
Yes, I can. It's called self-defense and defense of property because you haven't because you have not identified what part of the Constitution, the law you're enforcing. Article 6, paragraph 2. Article 6, paragraph 2. Article 6, paragraph 2. Make sure you put that on the itemized receipt. I expect an itemized receipt.
There, this whole thing, the cones, whole tarot thing. Watch out.
Make sure you get it, write everything down. Make sure you itemize it because you're personally responsible for anything lost or
We're
damaged.
not seizing it, sir. We're just moving it.
For what purpose are you moving it? What purpose are you moving it?
Would you like to come down, sir? Because this is going next.
What purpose are you moving it? What purpose are you moving it?
I don't want you to fall. When we
What?
pull this away,
What
I don't want
purpose?
you to fall down.
What purpose are you moving it?
You're gonna fall.
What purpose are you moving it? Are you brain dead too?
Like the
There's stuff over here too. Come on, guys, grab it.
just figure it out. I mean, cut it on the other side.
If you cut it, you buy it.
Sir, I don't want all your stuff to be thrown away. All you have to do is stack it up and move it.
I said all you have to do is show me what part of the Constitution, the law you're enforcing, is authorized by. And this stuff wouldn't have even been here today. Your ignorance of the law is no excuse for violating the Constitution of the United States of America. You cut it, you buy it. You break it, you buy it.
I did not want it to go this way.
What's that?
I said I did not want it to go this way.
Some asshole took the support out of it.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Thank you. Whose solar array is this?
It sure as fuck ain't you, and you're stealing the shit. Not seizing it, huh?
No,
Fuck.
I am not seizing.
Of course you are. You're the one orchestrating the stuff. Where is your fucking warrant?
I'm here for your safety.
Bullshit. The last thing I need is some cop here violating the Constitution for my safety. You are not here for my safety. Every time a fucking pig says that shit, I end up injured.
No one wants to injure you.
Bullshit. If you didn't want to injure me, you wouldn't be here in the first place. You would have told me exactly what part of the U.S. Constitution authorizes this. What part of the Constitution? Because you will all be held personally responsible for everything lost and damaged. No shit.
In the middle.
It's attached to my property. I hope you're keeping an inventory of everything you're destroying, because you operating the truck are also personally responsible. Simply because you're doing what you're told doesn't exempt you from criminal activity. You got that? How about you two over here? Taking part in criminal activity does not exempt you. And that toolbox you just threw away has over $3,000 worth of tools in it. You want to part with $3,000 of your cash for orchestrating this? I just wish you'd actually give me a part of the Constitution you're enforcing. Your ignorance of the Constitution, officer, is no excuse for violating it. Do you get that? Your act is an act of treason, tyranny, and despotism. Heil Hitler, asshole. You're doing exactly what Hitler's SS did, just what they were told. I'm surprised you haven't pulled out your weapons and started shooting yet.
Hey, watch out, Brad. Thanks, sir.
Yeah, I moved to look to see what you're actually destroying.
I'm gonna cut this too. Now you know.
You break it, you buy it. How does it feel to be one of Hitler's henchmen? You too, you too, you too. What we have here is a gross ignorance of the law, of the Constitution they swore an oath to support and defend.
Yeah, no, but that, so that changes. It's all attached.
No shit. It's a vehicle that can be easily moved. It's on wheels. It's not an encampment.
I was able to get your tools out of the thing. I do have to move it.
No. No. They're destroying it. Let them destroy everything, they'll pay for it. They're supposed to be inventorying everything, right, lawyer? They're supposed to be inventorying my property, correct? Correct? Just say yes or no.
So just to be clear,
Just say yes or no. Are they supposed to be inventorying my property?
you're supposed to be storing it if you want it to be stored. So
No shit.
So do you?
Take everything out of there and store it. I told them that before. I told you that before, which means you're supposed to have made that very clear.
So would you like me to take it, or would you like them to destroy it?
What?
Would you like me to take it so that it's safe?
What? The solar panels, everything they already destroyed?
I can only take a few things. Obviously, I'm only one person.
I already told you that they're supposed to inventory this the first time you showed up. Right? Right? Right?
Hey,
Right?
do not yell at me.
Yes, I am. I told you that they're supposed to inventory everything because it's my property. You're a fucking lawyer.
Do you want me to take it?
I told you that they're supposed to inventory everything.
Do you want me to take it?
I told you they're supposed to inventory everything.
So I'm going to take it to another block so that it's safe.
Are you going to inventory it and take personal responsibility for it?
I'll bring it back to you so that you can take it.
No. Are you going to take personal responsibility for it? If you're not, leave it in their hands because they're supposed to inventory
For
everything.
the time being, I will take personal responsibility.
Once you take personal responsibility for it, it's your responsibility. So if anything is lost or damaged, you pay for it.
Sure.
Now, I would hate for them to throw away this. So would you say you come down so that they can seize this property?
You're too late for seizing property because I already told you that you're supposed to inventory everything before you started taking anything. Isn't that right, officer? Where's your inventory sheet? You buy it. Your ignorance about how to operate stuff is irrelevant. What's that?
When was the last time that you actually left this structure? It seems like you're urinating.
What's that? That's medicine.
Yeah,
That's, what's that? That's medicine. It cures toe fungus. What's that? Yes.
Yeah, that's actually an old life.
No, it actually fucking works. You want to bet? You want to wager your life on it? Because these toes were completely black. Make sure you put it down on your inventory. Don't turn your shy little face away because that just proves you're guilty.
time you left this spot? Left this here and walked away for any amount of time?
Excuse me. What was the question again?
When is the last time you actually left this location for any amount of time?
And what is your purpose for asking? What is your purpose for asking? You have to have a reason because this is an inquisition. You're simply asking a question in uniform while you're destroying my property.
Because I'm noticing like roaches. I'm noticing the fact that you're peeing in a bucket. I'm noticing that there's a
You're noticing that I'm peeing in a bucket. What bucket?
It's gone.
What bucket?
Biohazard got taken.
What bucket?
Okay.
What bucket?
The alleged medicine, sir.
What's that?
The alleged medicine.
See. So, what was your reason for asking?
Just want to make sure that you're doing okay.
Is this a
No, I'm not doing okay.
Is it becoming FD12?
Because I have Constitution violating officers, and I also have a whole bunch of people back here who are supposed to be my friends, helping stop this stuff. But I don't see anybody willing to stand in the way. I'm just waiting for you to buy it. Because you think, well, obviously, with Trump in office and the constitutional violating court judges, they're probably going to give you an award for this shit.
Now, sir, I'm giving you the opportunity to move this structure because they have.
I have been giving you the opportunity to tell me what part of the U.S. Constitution, the law you are enforcing, was made in pursuance of. Article 6, paragraph 2. That's all you're required to do. And this stuff would have never been here today. This stuff would have never been here today if you or any of your people actually posted what part of the U.S. Constitution are violating the Constitution, and you are doing so willfully. Article 3, Section 3 calls that treason. Adhering to and giving aid and comfort to our domestic enemies who passed the law.
Were you an electrician in a previous life?
Why do you ask?
Because this is really.
First of all, it's none of your business.
I just thought we.
All you have to do is tell me what part of the U.S. Constitution authorizes the law you're enforcing. And none of this would have ever happened. You've had, what's that?
Is there a battery pack?
You have never done that yet. Why do you ask?
Because I like it. You got, like,
Bullshit. Why do you ask? What's your real reason for asking? Bullshit. What is your real reason for asking? Bullshit.
I think it's pretty cool.
Bullshit. If you thought it was cool, you wouldn't be destroying it.
I'm not destroying.
Yes, you are. You're orchestrating the destruction, which means you're just as guilty. You are orchestrating provide the constitutional reference I'm asking for and have been asking for the last several weeks. Call the mayor, she ought to know. Call the president, he ought to know. Fuck. A felon like that ought to know his rights real well, know the Constitution, right? Ask your police chief, he ought to know the Constitution. All I'm asking for is one simple little clause in the Constitution that authorizes your activity. Because I sure as fuck couldn't find it in 20 years. The fact that you can't means the fact that you refuse means you can't find it either, which means you know you're fucking guilty. Same way with him. That's all I'm asking. And you wouldn't have to be standing here. They wouldn't have to be here either. All I'm asking is just the reference in the Constitution that authorizes the law. Article 6, paragraph 2. The laws made in pursuant of the U.S. Constitution are the supreme law of the land, or part of it. Why do you want to know, officer? Oh, you're going to take it home with you, I bet you, just like Park Police took my last set of solar panels.
Are those C transmissions? Or are they just like a gear reduction?
You provide me with a warrant and I'll answer your questions.
I think we might just count it as a win today.
This is how we all think in the city too. Fuck this shit.
Then how would you like to just start a recall election to recall the mayor and put me in office? Huh? Recall elections are across the board. Presidents, mayors, city council. Not willing to do it?
Those are all in. So that works with the solar panels that can convert it. And then that's the converter down there so you can plug it in.
What was the question again?
And I think that was his attempt at a generator.
Apparently, ignorance of the law doesn't just stop at the Constitution.
Yeah.
Can't tell the difference between a generator. Are you?
No.
Are you on? Which well, let me redirect the question. Let me re-ask the question. Which medications are you on?
None. Are you on any medication right now?
Why do you ask?
Because you're not acting like a reasonable person.
Of course I am. You mean it's not reasonable to hold my government officials accountable to the Constitution they swore an oath to?
Sit here in your own filth, and I'm worried about.
Are you telling me that it's not reasonable for a person to hold their government officials accountable to the Constitution? I'm not looking for a fucking date, officer, so I don't give a shit what you think I look like or smell like. It's just a reflection of your inner person. That's all it is. Fucking cops asking what medicines I'm on. Trying to find out why I'm like I am. They don't have a warrant for that information. Isn't that right, officer? No warrant for the information you're asking for. You abide by the Constitution, you'll find me extremely cooperative. Just follow the Constitution. That's all I'm fucking asking. Is that an acknowledgement that you intend to?
No, I'm still trying to figure out this transmission that you made for this car.
Well, at least it's not a generator now.
I don't know what it was. I don't see any output shaft on it.
It's not your business to see it. You don't have to know what's the input or the output. All you have to do is catalog it. Like everything, like everything else.
So that's the last piece of it. And then that works down there, and then that. Okay, I like it. Cool.
So what's your address, officer? I just want to know where to pick it up at.
I don't know where.
I just want to know where you're going to take to your house. What's that?
We are not. MPD is not seizing this property or cataloging.
Of course you are. See, it's my personal property, and you're required to catalog my personal property so that if I get out of jail, I can pick it up.
Why would you do that?
Because you guys are going to violate my rights and try to kidnap me, and I'm going to try to stop you. Of course you are. Because that's the only way you're going to get me off the top of this.
You're going to willingly come off of it.
Huh?
You're going to willingly come off of it.
No, I'm not going to willingly come off the top of it.
So you're saying that you'd be violent if we try to remove you?
What's that?
You're saying that you would be violent if we try to remove you?
I'm just saying I'm going to defend myself against your constitutional violations. That is my right and it is my duty.
Not in DC.
Yes, it is. DC's under the authority of the U.S. Constitution. Your ignorance, huh?
DC actually states that if you even if a law enforcement officer is doing things legally, then if you actually then fight against it, you're actually liable for it as assault.
What's that?
I just told you.
What part of the Constitution of the United States of America authorizes D.C. to pass and enforce that unconstitutional act that prohibits me from defending myself against people who stepped outside of the Constitution?
You are right in certain states.
What's that?
You are right in certain states.
I am right in the entire United States of America. Yes, I am.
I found it amazing too.
See, what you have to do to support your claim is actually point the part of the Constitution that authorizes the unconstitutional activity you're practicing. That's all. Had you done that, or any of your officers done that in the last couple of weeks that posting has been up, you would never have seen me here. But you have not done that. Not then and not now. After repeated and repeated requests. Your ignorance of the Constitution is not a valid excuse for violating it. And remember, the Nuremberg trials, where the jackasses that simply did what they were told were also hung and shot once they were found guilty. I am taking away your get-out-of-jail-free card by informing you that you are violating the Constitution of the United States of America. And once found guilty, I hope they see you hung. And your fellow personnel here. Because that is the penalty for treason. Problem is, we got a treason for president. Well, looks like they're getting ready to remove me forcibly from here. Looks like they're getting ready for a personnel movement. Oh, that goes for all of you, not just you. Want it in stereo? All I'm asking, officer, is the constitutional justification for your action. That's it. And none of this would have happened. That goes for you too. And it looks like in these United States of America, holding our government officials accountable to the Constitution is considered an act of insanity. The fact that we have let it go on so long means the entire fucking nation's insane for letting the government officials even get this far.
Looks like they're getting ready.
And you can see the Veterans Administration person back there doing all he can do to help defend the veterans. Oh, and by the way, the stuff they're destroying came from all of your donations. You won't find a Constitution in there. Maybe I should have put one there. So what's your purpose for the photographs? Doing your job would actually be too damned easy, wouldn't it? Knowing exactly what part of the U.S. Constitution authorizes the law you're enforcing, that'd be too damned easy. The Constitution's a fucking short document. You should know it almost verbatim. The law you're enforcing should actually be preferenced with, this law is made in pursuant of the U.S. Constitution, article this or that, amendment this or that. Which means it should be extremely easy for you to specify what part of the Constitution you're actually enforcing. Once again, I advise you to end.
The EMS is coming. You can't see them on the side of that truck. They're coming over, and they're going to ask to evaluate it. If you could just be as nice to them as you're being to us and not doing it every great.
Show them the warrant that you are showing me.
We're moving you.
They're working on your behalf, correct?
Yes.
Then they need a warrant
No, they
to
don't.
yes, they
No,
fucking do.
They just need to come and check on you to see if you're okay medically. That's all. They're not. That here is incorrect. There's
See,
no warrant needed to come and offer you medical care. All right. Just so
did
you
I say I needed medical care?
We're worried about your ability to.
My ability to what? My ability. You mean you think my ability to understand that you're violating the Constitution is somehow impaired? How about your ability to understand the Constitution itself? Your ability is impaired to understand the Constitution. That is absolutely clear. My ability to understand that you're violating the Constitution is absolutely clear. And I've made it very clear that all you've got to do is show me where in the Constitution it authorizes your authority to enforce that law.
And if you did that, you'd be fine?
I told you that repeatedly from the time they posted the goddamn thing. You mean you're just now hearing it?
All right, that way. Look.
Did you guys call? What's going on, man?
Depends.
Okay.
You late for lunch? I got a farmer's market there.
Oh, I might go there later, but I got to talk to you right now.
What's your purpose?
We're here for you.
What is your purpose? Because I didn't call you.
Okay, so these gentlemen over here called and said that they wanted an ambulance to take a look at you. Okay.
Okay, you saw me, right?
Right.
Okay.
So
Okay, you saw me. So you complied with their thing to look at me.
Sure.
So you saw me, right?
Right.
You
So-
saw me, right? You see me?
Yep.
Okay.
Right. So I just need you to answer a couple questions of ours, and we'll be out of your way. Okay.
No, that's not why you said they came over. You said that they said to come see me.
No,
You
I
saw me.
understand that.
You saw me, right?
I
Okay,
understand that.
this is on record. You saw me,
Yeah,
right? This is on record. So they are the ones that need to be psychiatrically evaluated.
No one's here to say
Do you know why? Do you know why?
No one's here to do anything.
Do you know why?
We just got to ask.
Do you know why?
I know why.
I have been asking them to pinpoint exactly where in the Constitution it authorizes them to enforce the law that they are enforcing here.
Okay.
Article 6, paragraph 1 demands that every law be made in pursuant to the U.S. Constitution.
Okay. I can't help you with that. I'm not
Of course you
constitutional
can.
law expert. I'm a fireman. What I'm here to do is help you out. Okay.
Explain how you are here to help me out.
We're just gonna ask you a couple of questions.
Did I call you?
Out of your way, okay?
Did I call you? Did I call you?
No, sir.
Did I call you?
Nice gentleman over there.
Then you have your answer.
Okay. Do you want to see him look at you? Do you want us to check you out? Anything like that?
They called you before they intended to draw blood is what they did, so you'll be here when it happens.
Okay.
Because I do fully intend to protect my right and defend myself against the tyranny, treason, and kidnapping of these officers because they have stepped outside of the protection of the Constitution. And you, too, are responsible for knowing the Constitution so you'll know whether you're violating people's rights.
I understand that. All right. I'll get right on that. What I need, I just need a couple questions for you. Okay. What's your name?
Where's your warrant?
I'm sorry.
Where's your warrant? You're working for the government. Where's your warrant?
My what?
Your warrant.
My warrant? I'm
Yes.
not a cop.
You're asking questions for the cops. You're asking questions for the cops.
Do you know what city you're in?
So, what's that?
Do you know what city you're in right now?
Yes, I do. Do you?
Do you know where you are?
Yes, I do. Do you?
I do.
Okay.
Okay.
So we got that clarified.
Can you tell me what city you're in?
Can you tell me what city you're in?
I'm asking you. All right.
I'm asking you too.
Sure.
Can you tell me what part of the Constitution authorizes you to do this?
I don't know. I'm not a cop.
Because let's just,
This says firefighter.
okay, but you're acting on behalf of the cops because they are the ones that called you.
The DC Fire and EMS medical director who has ordered me under his standing orders to ask any and all people that I interact with in the performance of my job on the ambulance, parked right over there. Okay. I have to ask at least 4 questions to establish a baseline, basically to make sure that you're with it like I'm with it. Okay?
Like I
I
said,
need your name,
no,
what city you're in.
you do not need any of that information. Because now this is for instructional purposes only, for example purposes only. So even if you come upon a person who cannot answer any of those questions and they are a complete lunatic and believe they're on Mars, they have every right to believe that. That is protected under Amendment 9 of the U.S. Constitution.
Okay.
Unless they are actually violating constitutionally enforceable laws, they have committed no crime.
Okay. Why don't you tell me
So
about this,
it is not your business to know whether I know where I'm at or not.
Okay. Why don't you tell me about this device you're sitting on? What is this thing?
For what purpose are you asking?
I'm my own curiosity.
No, it isn't.
It is.
Because you wouldn't even be here for your own curiosity.
I love my job. I'm at work. That's all.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Then watch the YouTube videos.
I'm sorry.
Watch the YouTube videos and the TikTok videos
Which YouTube
and
videos
the
should I watch?
website videos.
Which website would that be?
Well, are you completely blind too?
Well,
Because the website's listed all over this.
I do have an outdated prescription for my contacts. Yeah. So, unfortunately.
See, I'm not required to answer any of your laws or any of your questions, constitutionally speaking.
That's fine.
And I'm absolutely obligated to stop the insurrection and rebellion by government officers who enforce unconstitutional laws. That is a United States American citizen's duty.
All right, I understand that. So here's what's gonna happen. How should I address you? What should I call you? I'm not asking for your name. Just how would you like me to address you?
How are we talking right now?
How would you like me to address you?
See, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
We're talking.
Okay. So here's what's gonna happen. Okay. Just so there's no more surprises. There's no more nothing. Okay. My partner, right there. He's got a laptop that he's gonna start doing our patient care report on that we are legally required to do if we want to keep our jobs. Okay.
See, legally required means that once you ask the first question and I say you've got no business asking, your legal requirements are done, which means you are no longer required to be here.
We have to at least document all this, okay? It's to protect our jobs. Because at the end of the day.
Oh, yeah. Watch the Nuremberg trials, because that's all they were doing was protecting their jobs when they shot people in the street. That reveals it in the trials.
What's going to happen now, okay? We've called for our supervisor, our EMS supervisor. He's going to come out, because this is at a level where you and I are kind of at an impasse, right?
Well, then maybe they ought to call the fucking mayor down here or the police chief to explain what part of the Constitution actually authorizes them to enforce the law that they're enforcing.
That's fine. That's not my decision. All right. What's going to happen now is our EMS supervisor is going to come out. That's our boss. And he's going to ask you a lot of the same questions I've been asking. All right. We're going to try to come to some kind of solution where we can all go home happy today. We keep our jobs. We don't bother you. These fine police officers be back doing what they're doing. All
So
right?
I'm going to ask you once again, what is the exact purpose for you being here to ask these questions?
I was called here along with my partner, and my ambulance is parked over there by the MPD officers who apparently you were interacting
That
with.
is not telling me your purpose for being here. That's telling me how you got here. What is your purpose for being here?
Evaluation of you as a medical professional on behalf of the MPD
Okay.
officers who called.
So did I
Because
call
they're
you?
concerned about your well-being.
Did I call you?
You didn't, but the police
Okay.
officers did, which means we have to be here.
So they're concerned about my well-being because they're unable to answer the question that they're supposed to be able to answer. What part of the Constitution is allowing them to enforce the law that they are enforcing here? And for that, they think I need mental evaluation. You maybe ought to evaluate them. Bullshit. I'm physically safe right now. My state is very physically safe.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, he's being here, but that's why they put a sign up a couple days ago saying, look at we have a trouble.
All right. That's fine. I got it. Oh. Just before I forget.
You will notice that all of this fiasco here is simply because one person cannot actually answer what part of the United States Constitution authorizes the law they're here to enforce. That's all. Just one simple answer. And I would have been gone from this location the day they posted the posting several weeks ago. I asked the guy who put it up. I asked the officers and the lawyers who come before and after that. Marcellus, what happened to the audience? Oh, the National Guard moved them back, did they? Simply because one police officer, well actually the whole damn lot of them, are constitutionally illiterate and have absolutely no clue what part of the United States Constitution authorizes them that code, I would have been gone a long time ago.
Okay.
But they can't. And if you can't, I'm going to remain here.
Well, here's the thing. You're not going to remain.
I will remain here as long as I possibly can.
Well, that'll just be a few more minutes.
And we'll see from there how much longer a few more minutes is.
Right. So they didn't tell you why, anything about this?
Nope.
How long have you been here with this?
For what purpose do you want to know?
Just to get an idea of how long you've been staying here.
This has been here, I've been here for a little over a year.
Okay.
Park Police located me here.
They put you here?
They put me here personally,
where have you
physically.
been prior to that?
Over in Lafayette or McPherson Park.
Really? Right across the street,
Yep.
basically?
Where they arrested me and kept half of my stuff.
So Park Police pulled you out of there, moved and relocated you here, and you've been here for about a year.
After they had the stuff in their impound and did not return over $3,000 worth of it.
Right.
Which I had to repurchase, and which was slow in getting this thing back and going again.
Right.
They damaged it just as you guys have been damaging it.
Okay. All right.
So
listen, you're about to get out of here. Do you want to come down on your own?
once again, officer, I tell you and everybody else, all you have to do is find the exact part of because your oath to the Constitution demands that you do it.
I'm not doing that.
Did you swear an oath to the Constitution? Did you swear an oath to the Constitution?
Guy in the green vest.
Marcellus.
Hello. How are you? Can we take your blood pressure and stuff, please?
Nope.
Why not?
I didn't call you, did I?
No, you didn't, but they just want to make sure you're okay. If I could, please.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. All right.
Why do you want to know?
I just want to make sure you're okay.
Do I look like I am not okay?
Huh? I can't tell unless I take your blood
Do I
pressure.
look like I am not okay?
Huh? No,
Are
look
you
great.
deaf as well?
No, you look great.
Good. I said, are you deaf, not me?
Huh?
Yeah, you're deaf.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Okay. So, could you speak a little louder? Huh?
What purpose are you here for?
I'm here for the purpose of checking you out if I could, but if you don't want me to, I'm fine with that as well.
Well, you checked me out, right?
No, I haven't.
Of course you have. I've checked you out.
You have?
Yep.
So tell me my blood pressure.
I didn't need your blood pressure. I don't care about your blood
I would
pressure.
like to have it.
Don't you have any?
No.
You mean you don't have blood pressure unless it's checked, right?
No, that's true.
Okay. So who would not have blood pressure?
I don't know. If you let me check, I'll check and see.
Who would not have blood pressure?
Maybe you.
Let me simplify this. Maybe if a person was laying dead over there, they might not actually have blood pressure, right?
Oh, I don't know.
You're in the wrong field.
I surely am. Surely am. So, would you like to be checked out by us?
You're checking me out,
Okay.
but you're not doing blood pressure.
All right. So, what do you have?
Marcellus, if there's anything anything you don't want to keep in that bag, get a receipt from the lawyer I'm guessing you got one of his cards. I take it the mic is still working. Look. What's that? Why do you want it? What's that? You don't need it. Yep. What's that? All right.
Daniel, you got a case manager.
What's that?
You got a case manager.
No, there's nobody here that wants to help me get the housing I'm qualified for. Not the VA, not Pathways, not... They all refuse. Now, if you want to ask me, what organization are you working for?
Have a great day.
Whose pile of shit did you eat? That looks like the grin. Marcel, it's still recording? All right. Maybe I need to ask you to bring your constitutional expert here. That is a formal request. I'm making a formal request that you bring your constitutional expert here. Apparently, they don't have a constitutional expert. You would think a police force that swears its oath to the Constitution would actually have somebody that knew the damn thing. But DHS doesn't think that it's a mental problem that our officers swear an oath to a Constitution they have absolutely no clue about. That is a mental instability if you ever saw one. And the fact that DAMHHS or whatever doesn't know anything about it either.
Thank you. Let's get the leg up. Thank you, sir. You're being a gentleman. Thank you. Sir. Thank you, sir. I'm going you to hop down. I don't want you to fall. Okay, sir. Now we got both legs down. Sir, thank you.
Come on, sir.
Come on.
Sir,
Let's go.
Come on.
Whoa, thank you. Thank you.
Sir, stop fighting. Don't kick at him. Don't, sir. Roll him over.
Thank you, sir.
You guys feel good?
Thank you.
Can you guys feel good?
Thanks, sir.
He is peaceful. Oh, you little dick pieces of shit. This makes you feel good about yourselves? This man has been here for years. It doesn't bother anyone.
That man don't bother nobody.
A paycheck is worth this? You could be a cashier at Aldi. All these businesses here you guys can work at. Instead, you choose to be fucking assholes.
Oh, it's 205. Great. Thank you. I'm glad. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Everything this man stands for, our freedom, and you guys are taking that away from him. All he was doing was sitting. Now you're tapping him on the floor.
Okay, sir, we're going to stand you up and we're going to have you walk to the car. Yeah, can you roll over?
And now I need you to sit. Sit, please. Sit up.
Okay. Maybe we'll just do a stretcher.
You want to stand?
Yeah, let me get
You're going to walk?
Let me get the force.
How they treat our veterans.
Okay.
Transport him in the hospital with the ambulance.
Yeah, okay.
There you go, sir. Thank you.
Where are those sunglasses?
All you fucking idiots had to do was show me just one little piece of the Constitution. What authorized the law to exist that you're enforcing. That's it.
I'll take those.
Just one piece of the fucking Constitution, and these illiterate fuckheads don't even know that. Article 6 of the United States Constitution demands that absolutely every law, city, county, state, and federal, be made in pursuant to the Constitution. All I ask and have been asking since they posted it was that they show me exactly what part of the Constitution authorizes them to do this. Because my rights to be here are Amendment 9 and 1. And no law.
Stand you up, sir. 1, 2, 3. Thanks, sir.
Yeah, he's not going to. He's just going to have to drag him. And then getting him into the transport's going to be another thing. That's why I put him honestly away from him.
You're supposed to protect the people, and this is what you're doing instead.
What a great job y'all do.
Like he said, show him what he's doing is illegal. This makes you feel good?
Show me where in the Constitution it authorizes the Supreme Court to do what they've done. They don't have the authority to dictate any meaning in the U.S. Constitution because the Constitution is the law over the Supreme Court.
You're messing with the wrong one.
Since I am not going willingly, this makes this an armed robbery and kidnapping because you have stepped outside of the protection of the Constitution. How does it feel to be personally liable for it? Oh, I know you haven't been held accountable yet. And with any luck, I'll be the one that holds all of you accountable. Because treason is punishable by death, which is adhering to and giving aid and comfort to our domestic enemies who passed unconstitutional laws. You're nodding your head like you're exempt. There is no exemption.
What are the charges?
They wouldn't even tell me what code I'm violating. Huh? What? Can I tell you what part of the Constitution you're violating? All of it.
Ready? 1, 2. Stop it! You should be ashamed of yourself.
You gonna stand up for us, sir, or you gotta make us pull you in here? I'd rather you act like a man and just stand up. Which one's it gonna be, sir? This is no way for a vet to act. Vets do not get drugged. Vets stand on their own.
Vets defend. They're supposed to defend against your unconstitutional activity.
That's what we're trying to help.
Bullshit. You're the ones violating the Constitution.
Bend your knees.
You're the ones violating the Constitution. Veterans are supposed to stand for the Constitution, but we haven't done that since July 4th, 1776.
Grabbing it. Go ahead and grab it.
Yeah.
Come on, honey. Bend your knees and let's go. Come on, we're going to get you to help your knees.
Are you gonna make us put you in there, man, or you gonna work?
I just want to make sure you're taking proper care of my stuff.
We will. I promise.
I can't even.
Come on, bend your knees. Come on. Bend your knees. Daniel, please. Bend your knees, honey.
Nah, he's good. No, come on. Come on.
There, wait. Daniel.
He's too wide. Yeah.
Bullshit.
I can't get him between.
Yes, you do. Because if you didn't, you would have told me exactly what part of the Constitution. Bullshit. No, because you are bound by the Constitution. You are bound by the Constitution, and Article 6 demands that you tell me exactly what part of the Constitution. Why, you fucking feeling guilty? You should.
Hey, Bray. We're not going. We're just gonna get a stretcher. Oh, okay, great. He's too wide. Yeah. Somebody's gonna have to.
You break it, you buy it.
Yeah.
How do you know that's not battery acid in there?
Why can't we store his things? Please tell us. He understands. Why can we not store his things? Please help us understand.
I'll help you understand because they're supposed to be cataloging it and itemizing it. No. Get the receipt of their cataloging and itemizing. It's my personal property, and if they damage it, they buy it. Any lawyer who knows anything about the Constitution and legitimate law in this country knows that police officers aren't exempt from their constitutional violations. The only immunity that the Constitution allows is for Congress only, or the legislative branch, and that's only for their debate and going to and from, so long as they're not committing felony, treason, or breach of the peace. There is no executive or judicial immunity. No police officer immunity, nothing. Oh, I mean, except for the unconstitutional laws you guys rely on.
We got our supervisor back. Just because we got
Now, don't go putting that shit in your pocket. You guys want to make sure those assholes don't go stealing shit like Park Police did?
Oh, well, I'll make sure that they don't.
Yeah, bullshit.
Watch out, sir. I have to shut this door. Can you?
I don't give a shit.
No, but I want you to leave. I can't get this shoulder. Huh? I can't get this shoulder without the door shut.
You're the fucking assholes that sent me here. So deal with it.
I can't get this shoulder without the door shut. I don't have my levers.
Right there, you ready, baby?
coming in, location. Yeah, we got the line.
Yeah,
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
there you go.
Good job.
Big man, thank you.
Fuck off.
Alright, I'm put the seatbelts on real quick, right?
This thing here.
You don't need some. Yeah.
Daniel, do you want me to take any of your things? It's Anne.
Just make sure they categorize it, itemize it, but it's a little late for that. I don't need that.
All right.
The help I needed from you guys was years ago.
What's your head?
Assholes. You have now taken part in a kidnapping.
Say it again, sir.
You have now taken part in a kidnapping.
I was just doing what I was requested of.
Heil Hitler. That's all they said. We're just doing what we're told. You got to review the Nuremberg trials. Because simply because you're doing what you're told doesn't exempt you from the just of kidnapping and armed robbery.
Gales, I got one coming for you.
Okay. But you do know, understand that.
Go back in service?
No, she go back.
Because this is too much.
Yes. They're not going to understand any fucking way.
So